Hi peeps, I thought I'd go through a video explaining and showing how I go through planning out a big day. For me it's a birthday, could be anything, and there are various ways to go about planning out how to factor in what you might call a cheat day, cheat meal, whatever. This particular one, the day is known, the place I'm going to is known, the meal I'm going to have is known, or the meals I'm going to have is known. And basically all that is in my control. Now if that's your situation, this is relevant to you. If it's somewhere you have to go which is completely out of your control, it's a completely different story, different strategy. So this is the place I'm going. Well, that's not the place. That's what I hope to be eating, something very similar to that. That's a St Albie's steak, somewhat famous in Hobart. Tim Moona, it's delicious. I can't wait to go. So I'll be having that on Monday, and in the meantime I'll go through and show you how I've gone about preparing for that. So basically I've done it over a 4-day period. What I've tried to do is average out over the whole week or over those 4 days to get my average daily calorie intake equivalent to 2,500, and just have some days where I go into deficit, and obviously on the big day it'll be a surplus. So I've managed that over 4 days because I've decided 4 days is long enough. The way I came about the figure is I went to St Albie's menu, decided what I wanted to eat, and I'll take you through that. This is their, as soon as it loads up, this is the menu. This is what I've chosen to eat, and you can see over here I'm going to have warm crusty pita, garlic bread, melted cheese, yum. I'm going to have a 250 gram eye-fillet steak. I'm going to have their unique, they call it that. I've had it before. The coffee spiced rub. I'm going to have fat chips, which are basically wedges, with garlic aioli sauce. I'm also going to have on the side some rocket salad, which is pear and parmesan. And I'm going to have a sticky date pudding, which is going to have butterscotch and vanilla bean ice cream on top. Now I've gone through and calculated all that. I'm also going to have 2 to 4 rums. I've calculated 4 rums. I'm going to have that with Coke Zero, and I've calculated that as well. So that's what I've already chosen. Because I know where I'm going, I can do that. Pretty much every single restaurant place you go to on the planet these days has a menu online. If it doesn't, don't go there. Go somewhere else. And you can choose beforehand what you're going to eat. You can do that whether you want to track it or not. Just have a look. Why not? That's what it's there for. So I've done that, and it came up that I would be in a calorie deficit of around about 1,300, 1,400 calories. So I then decided I'm going to catch up with those 1,300 to 1,400 calories over 4 days. And this is how I did that. So on day 1, which was Friday, I saved, you can see down here, hopefully you can, I saved 87 calories, not many. I hit all my macros for the day, fiber, protein, way over. I was trying to go over in protein as often as I could to make up for the day that I'd be under, which is basically my birthday. You'd be pretty sure, yeah, I know I was going to be under, but I didn't know by how much, so I just assumed I'd go over in the days I could. So I've tried to hit my macros, I've tried to hit my micros as best I can. I've done pretty well. So on the first day, I've saved 87 calories, not many. Didn't even notice I'd done it. Very easy. Day 2, Saturday, yesterday, I've saved 367 calories. 28 out of 30 on my fiber, got very close, a bit lower on protein, but the day before I well and truly made up for it. So I've saved 367 calories. That was yesterday. Today is day 3. I'm going to save just over 1,000 calories. And I'm going to show you some of the food I've eaten today. You might think, God, man, he's only eating 1,460 calories for the whole day. It's now 5 o'clock and I am not hungry. So I'll show you shortly what I've eaten and you understand why. So I've just made good choices. Now, what I've been browsing through there, I've shown you the food I've eaten every day. So if you want to go back through the video, you can pause it and you can see exactly what I've eaten. Right? And you can understand for yourself why I'm not hungry. So I'm going to have a big dinner tonight, which is basically where most of my calories. I had a really good breakfast. I've had a couple of coffees during the day, which is great. And I'm going to have an intra workout. This is also my leg training day, my hardest training day of the week. So I've got intra workout drink that I make, which is about 78 calories worth. And that's included as well. So I factored in the fact that on day 3, when I've got the most calorie deficit, I'm also doing a leg day. In fact, I can't even train now because I feel too full still. I have to give this another half an hour, 45 minutes. So I thought I'd do the video now because I just could not train. I'm too full. So, and I had a wrap beforehand. So that was day 3. So day 4 is tomorrow's my birthday. In the morning, I'll have breakfast. I'll have the same as what I had today, 370. I'll have French toast. And then I'll go into dinner. Dinner, I factored in 3,000, just over 3,000 calories. That's a lot. And the total deficit for the day is 1,370. But I've well and truly made up for that with, I think, 1,500 calories spare. So I've saved 1,500 calories. I'll be 1,300. I'm in the positive. Now, I've also factored in that after I finish eating my super duper meal at St Albie's, when I get home and maybe watch Netflix, I'm going to have some popcorn, 475 calories worth. It's a big bag of popcorn. I have popcorn every night or every other night if I don't have my homemade ice cream. Yep, it's a tough life. I eat really well, by the way. So if everyone thinks this is very nerdy, this is very scriptive, this is very prescriptive, this is very regulated, this is very regimented, you're completely and utterly wrong. It's just, I plan it. So kill me. I plan what I eat, but I eat delicious food, most of which I make myself. So this Cobb's natural popcorn is cheddar flavored. I might not have it, in which case I'd be 475 calories ahead as well. And I probably won't eat exactly all this either. No, let me rephrase that. I've overcompensated on pretty much everything here. I've gone to a lot of, well, not a lot of trouble, but I've really sought this out carefully, and I'll adjust accordingly. If I think I'm slightly up, I'll increase it. But I've kind of left a leeway of about 500 calories, of which could be popcorn. But at the meal, if I think, well, I've really buggered that up and that was a lot more calories maybe on the sticky date pudding, of which I've almost had 200 grams, it's quite a big serve, then maybe I'll just allocate it to that. So I've got wiggle room and I've left myself that. That's fine. So for breakfast, I'll have my French toast, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second, with coffee as well. And I've fallen back on a strategy I had, which was a poor strategy for years ago, 8 years of really eating badly under stress. And I've utilized a strategy I had then, which is drink coffee. Coffee pretty much destroys my appetite. So if I have breakfast and I have coffee, I'm not hungry for hours and hours later. So for me, I'll probably have, I'm having dinner, it's booked at 7 o'clock at night. I'll have a late breakfast. So in between that, I'll probably have another coffee, a black coffee, and that's it. I just will not be hungry. I can guarantee. I'll be really looking forward to dinner. And I factored in my rum and cokes there as well, my Puss's rum and coke. I've put pretty much everything in there. So if you want to see what I've eaten exactly, by all means, you can go back over these menus in the video, pause it, have a look for yourself, and you can see where I'm at. Again, the fibre is a little bit low. Protein is, not surprisingly, is pretty good, mainly because it's a meat-based diet that I'm having, and dairy-based as well. And of course, it's really indulgent food, so the fats are up high. I don't really give a damn. So the calorie surplus is being taken care of with the morning and the previous 3 days. Absolutely nailed that. All right, so the breakfast I'll be having and have had today and tomorrow is that. That's 35 grams of yogurt. What do I have? 50 mils of fake maple syrup, and that's 3 pieces of French toast with egg white. And it was delicious. And again, I normally have 4. Today I had 3. Tomorrow I have 3. Quite honestly, I just didn't really notice the difference. I kind of slowed down when I ate. I could probably eat less. I just really maybe eat more than I need. I just quite enjoyed it. So uh, it's not a struggle. It really isn't. Um, Today, I wanted to change my typical lunch, which is often a dairy-based, yogurt, cheese, Cruskits-based meal. I wanted to make it high volume, low carbohydrate. This is 235 calorie wrap. That's the wrap I had. Hopefully you can see something of the proportions of that. That looks like it fills a plate, and it fills a plate. So again, this is day 3, you can check the ingredients in the menu, but that's basically spinach, lettuce, course lettuce, praise low-fat mayonnaise, there's capsicum there, that's lean turkey breast, and a rye mountain bread wrap. And when it's rolled up, it basically, it's hard to probably describe how big that is, but it's a two-handed job. And that's 235 calories, and that replaced what I normally eat, which is about 285 calories. It's actually about 50 calories less than what I normally eat, but it's huge. And that was really filling. I haven't had that before as a lunch alternative. I think I'll be having that more regularly, and I'll probably have 2 of them, but I won't have, I like to spread my lunch out during the day. I might have an earlier lunch. It's a bit Hobbit-like, then a later lunch, and then I'll have a post-workout snack as well. So I eat about 5 meals a day, but 3 of those are quite sort of small, if you call that small. It's not really small, believe me. So what else can I show you? So, okay, what happened is I tried to equalize the calories over the entire week. So if I show you what that looks like. So what you can see here is I eat 2,500 calories a day. That's what I aim for. What I've done for this week since Tuesday, I've created my week from Tuesday to Monday. This is the big day, 3,864 calories. I've equalized, as you can see, proportionally dropped the days before. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4 day strategy. For the whole week, I've equaled 2,439. I'm actually under my calorie intake, which is down here, of 2,5. I've averaged 2,446. I'm 376 below for the week. So I'm actually done really well. So I consider weight and body fat and all those type of metrics over the week, not by the day, and I've come out ahead. So in all likelihood, I'll come out of my birthday week having lost a bit of body fat and suffering not at all. 0. Nada. Nothing. Now if I have a look at my macros for the week, how did I go with that? Protein is probably the main macro we're looking at there. So again, that's the birthday and that's preceding days. So protein was a bit lower, higher on that day. But over the week, my goal is a 25% at least. In protein, I was 29. I was above. Fats, I was bang on. And carbohydrates, slightly lower because I was slightly above in protein. But that's pretty much a typical week for me. I could actually raise that. It's just that I don't have a paid version of MyFitnessPal, which means that would be rounded up to 30, and 30 is probably just a tad high. So on macros, I've killed it for the week. On nutrition, I've killed it for the week. I will go over not at all for the day. It's all factored in, and I'm going to enjoy amazing food. I'll go over the rest of what I'm having again. I'm having an entree. I'm having the main, which is a grill. I'm having a side of fat chips with aioli sauce with pear and parmesan rocket salad. I'm having a sticky date with butterscotch and vanilla bean ice cream. I'm having 4 rum and cokes with that. Right? You can literally have your cake and eat it and suffer no feelings of guilt. Not that you should, but this definitely won't. It's just a bit of planning. Now, for some of you, that's too much. For some of you, it's not. And I understand that. Personally, for me, I like the feeling that I can go into this eyes wide open, just really enjoy the day, the night. I don't care. Worst case scenario, maybe some of these foods aren't there. Maybe that's sold out for the night. Maybe. It doesn't matter. I'll have something else. Okay? but I've got the calories for it. Whatever I do, there'll be nothing else I eat there which I won't factor in. I've got calories, about 450 extra should I need them. It's all fine. So I've got that surplus built into the surplus. That's about it. Hopefully that helped, and that gives you some ideas as well. It lets you know that you can, all factors considered, really make a good plan for what you need to do, and eliminate anxiety, eliminate stress, eliminate any type of guilt. Have fun, have a great day, really enjoy yourself, and this is what I do. This is one of my techniques. All right, thanks guys.